there, everyone! Welcome back to RWBY's Team Frostbite's reaction for RWBY Volume 8. I lost track of my mind there. It's okay. I'm just slowly deteriorating. How is everyone else doing today?
Doing alright. Better than you.
God, last week's episode was amazing, guys. It was awesome.
It was pretty phenomenal.
This week has the high bar to reach up to.
Well, it started with a high bar by giving us a freaking sensitivity warning. That's kind of rare for this show.
Yeah, we're gonna get a sweet rave party this week. Woo!
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Salem is defeated by giving her a stroke. Oh, no, not a stroke. Sorry, not a stroke. An epilepsy.
No, that's just Oscar. Like when he used his
attack.
little magical beam, he summoned like a disco ball, and they're just gonna be dancing with like glow sticks now.
It reminds me of Arrow Season 1. If anyone kept up with the CW, Arrow Season 1 had this hilarious tendency to every single episode have a sweet dance party of some kind. Like, regardless of, like, they just found a context to shove a party scene in every single episode. I swear to God, you can go back and check my words, but every episode had a major party. And it just, me and my dad, when we were watching through it, we just, like, constant, like, there's gonna be a party? There's the party! It's
the party. But how many lap dances? Were they going for those CinemaSins points?
No, they weren't. They weren't.
Damn.
Sadly, they were not. However, there were a lot of coincidental meetups, like, oh, I didn't know you were coming to this party. Like, that happened constantly. And so, like, we came up with a random joke of, like, what are the odds? And just a character, like, sitting there and, like, having those equations and numbers come over their face. And at the very end, it's like, the odds are 1 to 1. Huh. Well, he came to the conclusion, like, yeah, no, it makes sense, complete sense that you're here.
Sherlock 2, now part of the DCU.
Oh, don't.
Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, don't say that. It'd be terrifying. Alright. So, do we want to hop into this? Alrighty. Let's do this.
Dive right in.
3,
photosensitivity
2, 1.
Warning,
Go!
this show contains gays and trans people. Politically sensitive viewers may be advised.
What? Nah.
Gays. The gays.
The show contains poorly written gays and trans people.
And no Sonic music.
Unfortunately.
No Sonic music.
Ooh, I thought you were going to give us something else.
I'll have to add that in myself.
Yeah.
Like, every time, you guys need to change it up, and just so we can look forward to it.
Yeah, just all of the butt rock.
Live and learn!
Do a Rickroll one time, too. See if that helps.
Right, so Hazel's gotta be dead, right?
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think so.
You left after, or before I said this, but I think that Ozpin saved him.
That'd be very out of character for Ozpin.
Because, I don't know, we'll see.
To save someone?
Well, no, Hazel's not a child. Once you make it to adult, Ozpin saves you. Raven saved him. Everybody gets one. Everybody! She's like Santa Claus of saving people.
Also, I just realized with that motion that RWBY did to cut that one Grim, they don't really treat her scythe like the blades on the inside.
No, they never did.
I thought they used to, like, especially in volume 1, Monty was very good about that.
Because, you know, they properly...
When Monty was animating, yeah.
I always thought it did the same thing that Crows did, where it sort of just extends outward.
I'm excited.
Ominous wind.
God, these flashing lights are insane.
Oh, there you are. Haven't seen you in a while.
Just, he's like, there's a smudge on this window. I need someone to get outside and wipe this off, but everyone's not available.
But the smudge is on the outside.
We do have Jacques Schnee in custody.
I don't give a damn about Jacques Schnee.
Alright, so he's not dead.
Sir?
Who?
Ronwin and Hill have... We are monitoring every exit.
That was... What the f...
I'm a bird, RWBY.
What?
Not a scratch on her, man.
Oh, he just hugged that guy and he died.
Oh.
Good.
Yeah, it was Crow.
Oh, that was Crow? So that was really bad editing?
That was really bad editing.
Oh, man. I wanted to believe that they weren't that bad.
Also, did no one inform these guards that were looking for them that Crow can turn into a bird? Ironwood knows that, right?
He should, but I
No.
don't know.
What the?
Oh, that's the Ozpin thing
Oh.
happening.
Oh, we found them.
That was awesome.
Yeah, they had a big bomb.
What
They were
the
going to blow up
fuck?
the whale.
Oh, so this is the flashing
Whoa.
lights.
Whoa,
Oh, that is a cool effect, though.
that is beautiful.
Well done on the
That's
lighting
very
team
pretty.
on that.
Look at that.
Huh.
So there's no way that, like, even the people running away got out of that, right? Like Terminator 2,
no.
just
Yeah,
dusted.
everybody died.
Oh, Ninja
Oh
was
no,
right.
the whale's been snapped!
Ninja was right.
I mean, I know. Right about what?
Except Neo.
She saved him.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
Everyone's just okay.
No injury.
All right,
We're
that's
still
cool.
inside.
Juan.
Yeah, but
Juan!
you guys are fine, so...
Yeah, like an explosion that big would
Oh,
not
that's
have
cool,
stopped.
look at that.
I mean, it was inside of a whale.
It's got bones. Inside the whale.
Did get snapped, huh?
I mean,
That's
RWBY have always,
cool.
like, disintegrated.
Return to the academy at once. But
What?
that wasn't us.
Yeah, that was a
You didn't know that.
Mhm.
That's mission successful.
Load it back up. We're leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, why didn't you just
Hey,
tell him anyway?
free bomb!
Like,
Dude, nobody told me that
I mean,
was a
hey, you get to
BOGO
keep the
on
bomb.
these? Yeah.
Did anyone respond? Well, she'll come back.
Plan. The plan hasn't changed. I'm going to rip the maiden because you're going to bring her to me.
I beg your pardon?
Message that you have control over Penny.
I said I had Penny under control, not where I want.
What?
I implanted a
You should have been more specific.
have now. At least she should be. As much as I hate to admit it.
That's a nice little animation with Watts.
Regardless,
Little, like,
it's
heel
only a matter of
kick.
time before
That was
the
lovely.
mechanical body succumbs to the virus. Destroy herself. and
The
the
virus.
only problem will be
What do you mean she'll destroy?
What the fuck?
She's dead.
You know it's impressive.
He looks tiny compared to her just there.
I don't work.
Just then.
Please. Can't just threaten me like everyone else.
I'll just fly away on my mustache!
Oh my god, you took me! Oh, I was gonna say
Come up with a plan while she's pulling herself together. To an unremarkable end. And then I'm gonna burn a path directly to the vault.
Look how huge she looks. Is it?
magical puppet to pieces? And take
If you're okay with killing him, then why did you need him in the first place?
Of course you are.
Yeah.
Because that's just what you. How has that?
That is a strong shirt.
Yeah.
Top fighter and war machine. But you couldn't. And that machine became the one.
Yeah, and you got fucked up.
To deal with Raven Brownwind. Get all your enemies in one place so you'd have a shot.
Spitting.
Oh
spitting
my
them
god.
facts.
Could have warned you against such a miserable idea. Oh wait.
I love his shirt.
Yeah, his shirt is like steel.
Someone is finally calling her the
this
fuck
This is the
out,
best,
and I
the
am
best
so
bits of
happy
Watts, and
right
if
now.
he dies here, then rest in peace, buddy.
But all you have ever been is a bloody migraine.
Wow, that was the best. Oh. That was like his best speech ever.
Yeah.
This is the season of calling people out.
Yeah, I like it.
I have a big dumb smile on my face right now. Oh. Aw, now she's sad. Yeah, stuff it, Cinder.
Actually crying.
That actually worked? Oh, thank God.
Blake?
Right.
Is this the webcam button?
She was picking her nose.
Is everyone there?
Oscar, how the fuck did you get there?
Yeah, how the fuck
tell
are
you,
they
Uber.
okay? Somehow.
No Hazel though. Hazel's gone, man.
I don't get how the rest
Yeah.
of them are alright.
What's wrong with your hand?
Where are my palms?
You did point it away from them.
We'll see you soon.
You can't be serious.
Saying it makes the most sense. We're all enemies.
No, I'm with Blind. So how about we just part ways and you never have to see me again?
You're not going anywhere. Can't let all of our actions stem from fear.
I would like it if she's walking 10 feet behind them and that's just an illusion. That'd be great. that'd be lovely.
Yeah,
but oh
that
well.
would be.
But she just lost
Tricked
Hazel,
us.
man. Like
She is dangerous.
You don't
purple.
have to
Okay, what's purple?
that way. Just maybe give her a second chance. We've already
Also, your arm has to be getting tired
don't
doing that.
exactly trust right now. Do you mean Osbin?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Hazel.
He's back? I know how you
So, I just like that Hazel managed to do more damage to Oscar than a nuclear bomb.
I wouldn't have to. Hence the massive amount of power he had stored up in it. Kinetic energy accumulating in the cane he built. So that's
Okay.
how he did that?
That was raw kinetic energy?
Not all.
And
That's what he
everyone's
literally
fine.
just said.
No, what I'm saying is, people should be dead. Like, with an explosion that large. I thought it was like
Wouldn't
a
it be great if, like, every
anti-gram
time he
attack,
taps it on the ground, it stores it, so it's like a walking stick, but it slowly builds up power?
I mean, that actually would be kind of cool. That's...
Oh, that. What the fuck?
Oh my god, are we gonna get Mama Emerald? Oh no, it's just people,
creepy.
okay.
Oh,
I thought it'd be like they
everybody's
find an
down there
abandoned baby
from
and suddenly
Atlas, I think.
Emerald just suddenly has a I need to be a mother to this child subplot.
You're so weird, Raymond, and I love it.
She adopts
The
all
council
of
will
them.
decide your fate. Gosh, look at Ruby. This is a big step up from black and white people in season 1.
No, remember that was a stylistic choice.
Yes. This is...
There's nothing you can do.
No.
However this fight ends. You.
It's about time. While we dealt.
It's an hour payload, sir. I brought it back with us.
There's a bomb in my office?
Yeah.
Penny still doesn't come to the vault. Meaning Watts was either incompetent or he betrayed us. Cinderfall's attack command.
Of course he betrayed you! What?
You know, I was gonna say that. I was like, what else?
We'll never ever know.
He was your prisoner!
It's like, I still trust him, you guys.
Salem's creature was destroyed.
Wait.
She will return, and she will throw everything she has at us until there is. We are perilously close to that already. I need the Winter Maiden. This can survive.
You ever consider sleeping up her ashes and like mixing them into concrete or something?
In Shalom.
Oh, about that.
And I didn't do what needed to be done. I will not make that mistake.
You just did?
I'm ashamed I didn't think of it earlier.
But that makes no sense.
It's the only way to make Penny listen to reason.
Sir,
Ah.
we don't have them. Operative Snee let them go.
You... What?
You can't trust anyone, man.
Did you see that bus? It just went over Winter. You know. Hera must be loving that, though, after what she said, you know.
Like, even if he has the Winter Maiden, that clearly doesn't stop
Now
Salem.
I have nothing.
Just one of them.
Whoa.
Dude! Dude, the table! Come on, man!
Your
I
desk.
know, right?
You
The
have a
people didn't do
bomb, an
anything.
army, and an elite fighting team.
We are detecting non-military ships on radar. Dozens of them. Ships?
You'd know if you still had that table!
Gotta be Schnee Dust Company cranes. They're heading straight for...
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Whee!
They're trying to save Mantle.
What's that pose?
Who's been about Mantle, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Nora said as much last season, but
yeah.
you know, you could
Is he gonna...
He doesn't
He's gonna
listen to
nuke
redheads.
Hang
Mantle.
on.
That's his plan.
I didn't hear what he said there.
Ah, yes.
He's gonna make a call.
Is it?
Oh.
She's taunting her?
Yeah, yep.
Wait, where did she get that angle?
You know what you owe me?
She has one of those, you know, selfie sticks. It's cool.
Both her hands were in front.
Yeah, how did she take
No,
that
she made
picture?
an
Oh, that's
illusion,
great, yeah.
and she took a picture of it.
But if it could have been an illusion, then... Oh, never mind. We'll talk about that later. Hello, you.
And then she goes to hug Whitley.
Oh.
Kiss.
No, they just don't want anybody to win Rubingo, do they?
Dead. Nora dead.
That was pretty intimate, though. Like,
No, she's okay.
huh.
Like, the fact that no one else is...
Well, the fact that she has her guns back.
May? What are you talking about?
Like, they gave her the...
It was an illusion.
Oh, damn. She covered her ear, the top ears.
You can just project that?
I guess.
What's going on? Those
Didn't they have, like, loads of people on them?
I don't think they had loads of people.
Oh, they were
on.
going to save people.
They were laying.
I'm here to drop my new mixtape.
What's up with the
Those
lighting?
would see it destroyed.
Yeah, Ironwood, you're not
Yeah.
really making yourself...
In my eyes, it's
Where are they getting the different camera angles from?
the protector of Mantle. Wherever you and your friends are, I need you all to listen. So I'm going to give you a choice. You can bring yourself to Atlas Academy. As much of Atlas as I can.
Dude.
And Mantle will be left to fend for itself. You can all watch as I destroy it. I have... That's all it will take. If there is no Mantle, then there is no reason for you not to...
Cinder and Watts, like, it
Yeah.
really can't be this easy, right?
Anything other than what I've ordered. Mantle is gone.
But why? Like, you could...
I hope you live up to the title
You
I
got-
gave
you-
you.
He did not account for the fact that Penny fell from orbit!
Well, okay.
Shit.
You might think that might take her out of commission there,
I
Ironwood!
think of, like, what else he could do, because he feels like he's got nothing left, so this is literally his all-or-nothing gambit.
But the thing is, that bomb was for Salem. Somebody helped him out with that and hooked that
so
shit
he has
up,
that asset
taking
left.
care of that. Now he has time to grab whatever people now. Now it's just being petty. He's just being petty to get the girls, or is what I feel.
Literally,
anyway.
at this point, the fact that Oz unleashed... We'll get to the kinetic blast in a minute, because that has a lot of implications I need to get into. But the fact that Oscar and Ozpin have single-handedly staved off the Grim invasion, the thing that was pushing him to his limit. They've staved it off. They have time to get people up to Atlas now and rescue them. He's... I mean, I get that he's trying to say he's not thinking rationally anymore, but, like... What is he thinking? What's the plan now anymore? Like, now it's like, hey guys, we have plenty of time now. Get everyone up here. We'll get Atlas into the stratosphere, and
here's
we're all
something
good.
That, like, I feel kind of muddies that, is that we don't know how much time we have.
Well, no, the point, like Raymond said, he was up to that point where it was like, we can't do anything else. But now he's got time. There's got some time at least. Why destroy those ships? I think it's just pure, like... He's so stuck on grabbing these girls now that he just can't look away.
More so getting the power of the... Like, the power of
I don't
the
know.
Winter Maiden is all that he's after, because he wants to try and secure the defense of Mantle, is what I'm understanding. Atlas. Yeah.
Atlas.
Like, if Salem respawns tomorrow, then, yeah, I completely understand why Ironwood would come to that conclusion. Like, when it comes... But the thing is, even having the maiden power, what's one maiden gonna do? Cinder and her gang of goons was able to take out one maiden.
Wait,
Yeah.
guys, I have a plan, alright? You just scoop up the goo of Cinder, alright? You scoop it into a bottle, you take it to the vault, unlock the vault, take the relic out, throw Cinder in the vault, close the vault, problem solved.
It's like, at this point, if Ironwood actually had a solution that was provable and worked, I could understand his character going for any means necessary to justify it. If it was like, yeah, I'd sacrifice 1 million people to save 5 million, I could understand that kind of logic for a character. But considering that the original plan was to send, like, one of the islands into space so that Salem can't get them, and then they just immediately launched more Grim up there, like, with a flying whale and a goddamn jet stream...
Yeah, it's like, what's the plan now? Because, like, no matter what he does, ultimately, the Whale Grim is still on Atlas. Like, are they're gonna have to shove
it's
that
dead,
thing
it'll
off,
drift away in
and
the
like,
wind.
there's no guarantee that it's not gonna leave residue behind that spawn more Grim, because they're obviously coming
Get
out
a
of this
broom.
thing.
The janitors.
I think more so Ironwood is tired of being, like, cucked by Team RWBY. I suppose is the best way to say it.
Right. Right, and I think he just... Part is he wants to get back at them. He just wants to get them.
Yeah, he wants to win something out of this and not come out as weak or useless, because then everything he's done up to this point seems unjustifiable, because it resulted in nothing in the end.
Especially now more than ever, him losing his right-hand woman, like Winter.
I
like,
don't think...
He feels like he feels like she betrayed him, I think.
I don't think I like that either. I wish it was more nuanced, and that it's pretty obvious now, if it wasn't before when he shot someone in the face, that Ironwood is the bad guy of the season.
Yeah, people liked that. People, yeah, like,
People
again,
liked
it's
that it
like
was
they
obvious.
have to go so far overboard to get their likable characters unlikable. It's just like,
They don't realize that their likable characters can be likable antagonists. Like it's weird. Like because they have an example. They have Watts, who, by the way, fantastic in this episode. Oh my god, that was stellar.
Yeah,
Chef's
Watts,
kiss.
Watts was good.
Chef's kiss at that monologue.
Like,
That was wonderful.
I mean, the problem I have with it is that it's built upon the fact that the previous main villain for the last the first 6 volumes is terrible at her job. I mean, it's predicated on literally a character doing a terrible job the entire time through. And I wish I could say that was intentional, but we all clearly know it wasn't.
They were writing bad on purpose. to make it satisfying when they ripped their own writing a new one.
Like, it would be very interesting that if they were trying to go for. I was watching, a clip from Homer's Enemy, that Simpsons episode, where they basically have Frank Grimes, and he hates Homer Simpson because somehow Homer Simpson can succeed despite doing absolutely everything wrong and being just terrible. I feel like if they were trying to do something like that with Ironwood, maybe I'm projecting, or it's like, but what do you mean you had a random Ozpin energy bomb to go off inside of the whale? Like, everything that Team RWBY has done, like, at least half of it has been really bad ideas and, like, really not thinking ahead for the future kind of thing.
Yeah, and, like, sorry, but going back to the Cinder thing, 'cause it just hit me. This might actually be the way to course correct Cinder. Like I when you consider the fact that all the damage of the previous volumes has already been done, this is the only way to make Cinder an actual legible threat in some way, because now she's been, like, slapped in the face with her own failure, and it's like, you need to rethink your life and come back with a new plan.
Yeah, and in my opinion, nobody could have delivered it better. Like, not just obviously delivery, but the person that needed to do so is Watts, because he's always been
succeeding.
Like, yeah, and also, like, he doesn't work for her. He has nothing to, what is it, the sugarcoat, and he warned her. He tried to as well, and now it's like, how's that working for you, bitch? Like, nobody else could have done that better.
Neo.
To get across to her is what I mean.
Okay, so what was the text? If you want her name, you know what you owe me.
What does she owe?
Yeah, like, that's a question. It's like, what has Neo been getting out of any of this, aside from just generic revenge against RWBY?
I swear to God,
that's
if she
obvious,
is trying to, like, trade for Salem's, or for Cinder's voice, or some, like, Little Mermaid-ass shit, I'm gonna be...
Oh, come on.
I'm gonna be mad.
What is she gonna do with the voice?
Well, no, it was like, you know what you owe me. It's quite literally, we promised to get revenge on RWBY, and you haven't not delivered.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair, Neo has kind of been in position to kill RWBY, like, twice now, I think. Once in the party.
Well, yeah, she's an underling. She follows a plan, you know?
But it's Cinder. Who would ever follow a Cinder plan?
Emerald, Mercury, Neo, Roman, the White Fang.
Yeah. I'm questioning Neo's intelligence now, and I'm really...
All of their judgments are in question right now.
The only person whose plan I follow is Watts. Because Watts pulled off everything. Okay, so the kinetic energy. I need to get to this.
That was dumb.
It is so, like, if it was like an anti-grim magic thing, like, okay, like, that makes sense, but, like, and it has some kind of, like, force behind it that isn't super intense, but, like, it knocks people to their feet. I could buy that. But raw kinetic energy, an explosion on that site, that was literally unleashing a nuclear bomb in a whale. Like,
so I feel like the semantics part of it is that it's kinetic energy. I think the problem you're actually going at is the disconnect with how awesome that explosion looked, and full credit to the lighting team and the direction on that.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
that looked amazing. But then when you see the result of that explosion, and it was just like, okay, it killed the whale, and like 2 feet outside of the whale, it was like a shotgun.
Winks. Oscar
it was like,
didn't even get blown up.
Yeah, even Oscar didn't get blown up.
But okay, he made himself a bubble, and he was shooting towards a direction, and the direction where the kids were not at. Like, poor Hazel, rip Hazel.
Yeah.
But...
Like, it's like a shotgun in a video game where it's really effective at close range, but like 2 feet away, and you might as well just be throwing needles at them.
Yeah.
Throw in that clip from Red vs. Blue season 10, I think.
I'm not going to do that. I don't go into Red vs. Blue past season 5.
You're missing the best Red vs. Blue.
I am watching the best Red vs. Blue.
I kind of wish that there was consequences of detonating that bomb. Maybe it did kill someone important.
What if Atlas started to list? Like, just the whole island because of the explosion. Like, a chunk of it got taken out, and so, like, the entire island had, like, a slight... like, tilt to it.
Slant to it.
Like, I feel like what you could have done is the wolf guy is like, these kids are still inside, we've got to go help them, we've got to go save them. He dies in the explosion because he ran in to get too close. And then the rest of the Aesop's team is, like, even more on board with Ironwood. Like, yeah, these kids have got to go down.
That would make me too happy, though.
And like, I'm just like, I'm going over like, okay, what? Because they're trying to keep the Aesops alive for whatever reason. Like they're not using them as expendable like emotion tokens. So what are they building them towards? Are they going to have them die in some other way? Like
Crow's gonna systematically befriend and get each of them killed.
Well, the Aesops, like, it's a mirror match type deal where Team RWBY needs someone to fight.
that's lame. That's so lame. Oh god. So yeah, this is. Yeah, no, sorry. The semantics of the kinetic explosion and the visuals just.
Yeah. To that point, it's not so much why is this kinetic energy, because if he said it's gobbledygook energy, it still would have made just as little sense.
Now wait. It went out and killed all the Grimm. All the Grimm in the city are dead.
It's just about to say, like, they start, like, disintegrating, and it was just Grimm.
Yeah, if he had said, like, oh, this is, like, my magic that's used to destroy Grimm. It's a special power from the God of Light that I only had one charge of.
Sure,
you know,
I mean, that makes sense,
if
yeah.
Like, there's a lot of gobbledygook that would have fixed that.
Maybe, hey, my magic's stored in here, but the kinetic energy helps bring it out.
It's specifically just the word kinetic. Just cut that out. Just say he's sort of a bunch of energy, and just we could surmise from that.
All right, you guys know I'm a moron, okay, when it comes to shit like that. Okay, explain to me kinetic energy and is that a bomb? Is that doesn't happen?
Okay, all right.
Like,
Energy comes in two forms: potential and kinetic.
And big
potential is when something.
Connecticut? What? Not kidding. Go ahead.
Potential is basically when something is not doing anything. It's just there, but it has the potential to do something. So basically, I could throw my soda drink at you, but I'm not going to. I'm not. It's just there. It's just there, but it has the potential to. Kinetic energy is basically when I have in fact thrown it. So any energy that is in action, effectively, any energy that's doing something is kinetic energy. So when you say kinetic energy, you're literally talking about the rawest, most dangerous form of energy on the planet, because it's completely. I don't even know how do you quantify it? It's not like electricity even. It's like
my next idiot question of mine is, you can't really do that like IRL, right? Like I'm saying, like store kinetic energy, or is that like
right?
Like bombs?
You need a medium to store energy, because like batteries, for example, are usually, I think, liquids. So it's a chemical reaction for batteries.
Okay.
So so for example, lightning is not just raw energy. What lightning is, it's two like gas molecules having a little tiny electron jump between it, and that's basically, it's like the lightning chain that you see is just a little electrons jumping between atoms in gas molecules. That's all that is. It's like a chain of just hopping electrons. So like you need something for the energy to travel through, and I don't know exactly what kind of. I guess
I don't think that Rooster Teeth put that much thought into
and I think it was a mistake saying kinetic energy.
Right, that's what I was asking. Like, is this something that is like in the fantasy world, or is that like possible in real life to do, is store kinetic energy?
The kinetic energy of the wall in the floor is incredibly overpowered in the RWBY universe.
Okay.
Yes. No, see, that's like every action has an equal opposite reaction. So every time Ozpin taps his cane to store potential energy, more potential energy, or the same amount gets stored in the ground.
Oh my god!
That's why it's OP! It makes so much sense now!
Well, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Like, using it as a walking stick every time you tap the ground, it just adds a little bit of.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. It reminds me of Fat
lava.
Gun.
Just Oscar, Oskpin just being like, have you ever wondered why it hurts so much to hit the floor or a wall? It's thanks to me. You're welcome. Why would we thank you for that?
I mean, maybe it's because it's just been a week, right? And we kind of forgot
2 weeks.
that Ozpin... 2 weeks. So we kind of forgot that Ozpin did the big boom. But, like, saving the actual explosion for, like, 3 minutes into the episode, good touch. Because I genuinely didn't. He starts walking towards the window, then there's a nuke that just explodes.
Yeah, it was out of nowhere. Like, it
Yeah,
really
that was
did
great.
surprise me. Like,
Yeah,
what?
I like I said, aside from what you might call a nitpick, but I call like a lore problem, a serious lore problem. Regardless of that, I genuinely like this episode. There's a lot of good stuff going on. I don't like how they're flanderizing Ironwood, obviously, but they've been doing that whole volume, so I'm like, whatever.
That was my question to you guys. Like, is this happening in an okay way, or is this out of nowhere? He's like evil, even with an evil pose, kind of Ironwood, like just starting to get too evil, or is this like
Dashie,
rational?
he shot an innocent man in the face at the beginning of the volume. At this rate,
Right, but
politician.
okay,
A
fair,
politician,
fair,
that is no
fair,
innocent
fair
man.
clarification.
Yeah, I'm with that on that one.
Yeah. But now Ironwood has become the politician.
Oh no.
Okay, no, my point is like he has a chance to not do what he's doing with Mantle because somebody took care of Salem, but now he's just being. I feel it's a little bit too evil for the sake of like just being petty, but maybe.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's extremely petty.
It's like the show is going to portray Ironwood as very much this petty character now. And although, like, some of the reasons he justifies it, a better character who's more balanced with the situation could easily still take Ironwood's stances and do it in like a decent way. It's like it just seems like
they're pushing really hard for that mind break tag, and it's just not working out for them.
They're pushing really hard for that protagonist are the good guys and are always ideologically correct.
Yeah.
Guess it sucks to be Ren, who actually thought that Ironwood, could definitely had some decent ideas.
Yeah. Or at least in Volume 7 he did. Yeah. And then, like, in Volume 8...
So are you guys okay with what they're
team.
doing with him right now?
Okay.
I mean, I'm not okay.
I'm resigned to the fact that they're doing it with him. It's just because at this rate, like, it's been the whole volume where I'm like, they're just gonna turn him into a cliche villain, and guess what they've done? They've turned him into a cliche villain.
Yeah, same thing. I wish it was different, but I've accepted. I'm at that stage of grief.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, yeah, acceptance is more like it. RWBY is RWBY. We've been watching RWBY for 8 years now.
Like, the reason why that Cinder scene was so cathartic is because we finally had a character to say, hey, yeah, your ideas have been terrible so far. You've messed up constantly, and yet you get patted on the back by Salem for whatever you do. And we need something like that for Team RWBY. But I mean, if it's not going to be Ironwood, then who's left?
With Ren for, but that was just for, Jean mostly. Like, he's like, saying that they're in over their head, and not necessarily that they're bad at it,
Yeah. Because, like, what if Ironwood is correct? Okay, here's how you would redeem this whole situation. They defeat Ironwood, and then Salem comes back the next day, because, surprise, it's a common fact that she just comes back.
Yeah. I'm seriously of the opinion, why is no one going over there with a little jar and just, like, scooping her into it and just, like, we have a piss jar filled with Salem now. Like, what do we do with it?
Yeah.
I mean, you saw how quickly she came back after the first time Ozma reduced her to a puddle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, are we going by the logic of the bigger the boom, the longer it takes? Because that's dumb.
I mean, I think the more substantial the damage, the longer it takes, because there's more to repair.
But see,
she was a puddle.
Fatman, she turned into like liquid, like into a puddle, which means all of the parts were together. Now they're just,
scattered to the wind.
It's just scattered.
Oh my God, they're inhaling
her.
Themselves
back.
Oh no!
Okay, maybe I can fix. This is just a theory, but it might fix. Gosh, sorry, my brain is stupid. It might fix Raymond's concern over the kinetic energy thing. What if it works similar to the White Walkers, where if Cinder is completely blown up, all of them disappear for a brief second?
Wouldn't that also pain Cinder then?
What happened? Know. Yeah, no, her arm was fine.
I mean, this is just a oh yeah, her arm was fine.
Oh, she had the cloak over it. She's fine.
The bomb should have hurt her.
Have you guys seen Rin, Daughters of Menzonen?
No, you keep recommending that, but I know that there's tortured 15-year-olds in that, so I'm going to avoid that.
Hey, they're 1,000.
Actually,
but like they don't die. That's the thing. It's like they're immortal, and like the main character goes through a jet engine, and like it takes her 50 years to respawn. But
Because
like Salem has been. Oh yeah, just like you see like them go in, and then you just see like blood go out the back. And it's like
Okay.
Like-
but no, what I meant is like Salem right now is pieces and scattered. So do these pieces find themselves back? Because the puddle, she was there already. Like all her stuff.
Sure, we're just gonna have to wait and see how long the writers. Listen, we're gonna have to, depending on how much the writers want Ironwood to be in the wrong, which makes me suspect that Salem's not gonna be back for like 7 months now. Enough time for them to get over to the next.
I feel like the way this is going to play out is we're going to get Ironwood is the Volume 8 big bad. They're going to defeat him. The post credits of this volume is going to be like Salem like half recomposed and like sitting there with like Tyrion and Mercury who have circled all the way back around because reasons. And
it's gonna be the Iron Giant.
Yeah, she's just gonna be like
they're literally gonna get that exact same scene.
Just see a finger like rolling.
But yeah, if it was a case where Salem is alive again tomorrow and she's just going to start building that army again, and if it's a case of like if things didn't exactly just randomly turn out the way RWBY wanted them to go, then I could completely understand how Ironwood gets to the situation. But of course, since RWBY has plot armor, or Team RWBY, the good guys have the plot armor, they were able to convince Hazel. They were able to get this random magic bomb from Ozpin out of nowhere. Oscar's just like, hey man, got a big magic bomb. Go take out the whale.
I mean, in fairness, they have previously established that the cane had something more going on to it.
Yeah, I don't think it was out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't think it was out of
That
nowhere.
bomb could take out a whale. It couldn't take out Cinder in Volume 3.
Cinder is more power. He had 2
I mean, in fairness,
extra
he
years
might have been
of
saving
tapping his
that.
cane.
He might have been saving like the real big blast for Salem. Like,
Yeah, what'd you say, Fat Man? He had 2 what?
he had no, it's only been 1 year though, but he's had all that extra time to tap the cane on the ground more.
But he hasn't been using it. It's been between his butt cheeks.
Well, that generates energy too.
The kinetic energy of his
the
butt.
clap of his ass cheeks.
Yes, it's storing kinetic energy.
Right. Emerald is now part of the good guy squad. What do we think about that?
I'm
Give
okay
her
with
her
this.
guns back.
Are they gonna try and do a Zuko where she's like part of the team for 2 episodes, and then Cinder is like, "Yo, you're my girl. Come with me. I can restore your honor."
Well, first of all, everybody do a shot because you brought up Avatar. Second, I don't think it's gonna be exactly like that because she was also like, yeah, I'm agreeing with her. Like, why don't you just like leave me? But then when she saw the kids and she started seeing like everything, especially after losing somebody who I believe they had a connection, her and Hazel. That's like, that's Sidab's dad, for her. So, I mean, and also saved her life like more than once, and she just lost him, and she's very confused. I would think anyway. She's still pretty young, right? She's like,
yeah.
So,
I don't know
like,
how
all her life
how
she
the
had to
writers-
basically.
I just
Basically
lost
been
one of the
brainwashed.
3 competent people I know, and the other 2 are evil.
I don't know how the writers are going to run it, obviously. I could see an extremist looking at those people in the things like, God, if only they surrendered, we'd be able to, like, get these people back to homes and we can rule over them. Or on the other side, God, look at what Ironwood has done to these people by forcing our hand here. I could see extremists, like, manipulating
But I don't see that
more.
reaction from Emerald. I think Emerald is genuinely remorseful about what's happening.
Yes. She's
Eventually,
just has been lost, I guess. Doesn't know how to get out of the situation.
If only we saw more between Emerald and Cinder, the person she actually idolizes, yet it's just blind loyalty.
Yeah, well,
I'm
waiting.
we don't know her
What I'm
stances,
expecting
we
is
don't
that
know
they're
her
going to run
ideals.
into Cinder, and she's going to be like, Cinder, we don't need to work for Salem anymore. We don't need to do all these things. And Cinder's like, but I want to work for Salem. And Emerald's like, oh, oh, you're not the person I thought you were. And Cinder's like, who did
Oh
you
wait,
think
you
I
guys are
was?
actually evil,
Yeah,
not just ironic.
yeah, it's like, oh, I thought you were being ironic about it. Oh god, they're all wearing hipster glasses. Just kind of keep that up for Emerald.
How ironic.
It's like that one guy who was just on the Nazi board for like the funny memes. I was like, oh wait, you guys are actually Nazis?
Are we the baddies?
So how does it feel to be right yet again, Ninja? About
Okay,
blowing up
right
the
about-
fucking the whale.
Right about... Did I say that?
You did. You were the one who said
I'm right so often I forget.
True.
Yeah.
I'll take that one. I thought that was
At least you can
fairly
go with the whale
straightforward.
is Neo, you know.
The whale
But
just
Neo
wearing a
did
little
just-
hat.
Just skip away from it.
Yeah.
She, like, the skipping is new for Neo.
What?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
She's always been playful.
In like 2 and 3?
Yeah, I think there's been like a couple of...
Yeah,
To be
she's
fair,
always
she's
been
we
definitely-
didn't really see her move
She's
from
always
place
had
to
that
place.
Lolita childish
Yeah.
persona about her.
They were still in poser. They didn't want to have any walking animations. But
could've
like,
sworn.
I still think the best Neo animation was when she floated and Cinder was like walking along and she was
The
like floating
Twinkle Toes.
along with her. Yeah.
Yeah.
that was amazing. And I just like the way they're moving her. Like the way that they're handling feet in like these new volumes is so good.
Sorry. No, you're correct. There's some beautiful bits of animation just out of context. That's really funny.
Yeah.
the way they're handling
feet.
The toes. Sorry.
Those toes. Oh yeah.
Oh crap! We forgot to ask for questions, didn't we?
No, there's questions in there, but I'll go ahead
All right,
and
let's
tell
go
them
on to
to
questions.
the last call or whatever. But I'm really mad at you, Raymond, for taking my. Don't worry, he's got his flying mustache. I'll never forgive you.
Well, I'm sorry. Next time, I will submit the proper forms in triplicate before I'm
Yes,
allowed
as
to
you
tell a
should.
funny.
All right, I'll let them know.
And while you're letting them know, reminder that if you want to ask us questions about the current episode, you can in our Discord server, which you can get access to for $1 or more to my Patreon, Fatman's Patreon, or Dashie's Patreon. Go ahead and join us, and we're regularly active on there. We love to interact with you guys. Sometimes British Ninja might even be there. It's rare, but he's there sometimes. And we have a lot of fun activities, just usually chilling in the voice chat, doing games with each other. Every Friday night, I try to get around to doing bad fanfiction reading, which is always fun, usually following my Friday stream at 4 p.m. here on this channel. A lovely shout out to every single one of our current patrons, and especially every single one of mine, which should be up on screen about now. Thank you for supporting us, and you guys are helping us make these videos possible.
Here.
Alrighty, so let's get into some of these questions.
Let's do it.
Maxwell Media Inc. asks, for those of you who are invested in Ironwood's story and liked him, do you feel like he's making good decisions all based on logic, or is it emotional coming from a place of pettiness? It's petty. It's purely petty.
Like the flip switch, the switch flipped, not the flip switched. The switch flipped over the last couple of episodes from, was making some, based on the information and the assets that he had, and the what he knew about Salem, it sort of made sense, his course of action up until now. Now they've written him to be like, God, these girls actually proved me wrong. I will blow up this city that I'm meant to be protecting.
Yeah, and personally, I think, seriously though, I think with what he portrays as Winter betraying him, I think that has even more effect on his decision of wanting these girls, or wanting to get them.
Aiden Blitz asks, given how this was a partial Miles episode, were both the villain turn coming from Ironwood and Cinder being a crybaby for being a failure add more or less to the recurring issue of said Miles having taste in uninteresting villains ever since the starting writing for RT? No, it was completely opposites. Where I think the Cinder stuff I think is possibly a moment of redemption for her character as a character. I'm not saying like as a person, but I'm saying like as a written character, this is like the only thing they could have done that could actually bring her back into the story in an interesting way. And on the flip side, Ironwood is becoming less interesting as a character because of his tail slide into.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you know, one of the things, Miles has a fucking boner for genocide. Like, that's all of his, like, raise the still, like, that was, like, all RVB 13. It's just, like, let's blow up everyone. And, like, he did the same thing with, like, Adam, let's kill all the humans. It's like, he does that. That's, like, his go-to story beat. And now it's like, let's kill everyone in Mantle. And it's like, this is, like, he doesn't do it right. Not that there's like a really good way to be like everyone's gonna die and we have to do the thing. That's such a bad plot device. Like to quote Zero Punctuation, I live on a planet. Like, it sucks. It's so impersonal. It's like the most impersonal way of like raising the stakes. And he leans on that crutch so hard.
We passed through the subway with all those innocent people, Fat Man. Don't you feel invested now?
No, because I still remember Volume 3 when they were all like, "Oh my God, the robot died." Those were probably different people, but like, I mean, you know, not to paint with too white a brush.
do you think that they're trying to do more anime homework? Because I know that they obviously watched a lot of Gurren Lagann, looking at RWBY and stuff. And you had the character of Rossio in Gurren Lagann, who is in a similar position to Ironwood, I guess. Militaristically speaking, where Rossio was going to sacrifice people. Like, what the point I'm trying to get at is Ironwood being genuine in that he will absolutely blow up all those people,
Or it's
if
a bluff.
or is it just a bluff?
Because, like, my thing is, like, okay, they've got this bomb, and it's supposed to blow up the whale, which is, like, a little portion of the corner of where Atlas was, because it was parked in the corner of Atlas. Yeah. So how is that going to blow up all of Mantle? You know, I don't think it even has the power to do so. Right? I mean,
yeah.
Well, you see the kinetic energy.
Okay, but that's Ironwood's bomb.
Yeah, like, okay, if you go to the beginning, if you go to the opening credits and you see like the width of Atlas versus the width of Mantle, and realize that the whale is just like one little piece of that.
Okay, so I'm not
like,
sounding crazy then?
Yeah,
like that,
yeah, you're not sounding crazy. He's like, I mean, unless they're like, oh, I'm gonna go, like, he knows where they are, like he knows that all the people are in the crater, and then he's gonna put it in the crater. But that's also making a problem for him, because then it's like they're gonna defend the crater, like RWBY and Penny and what's her name aren't gonna go to the vault and be like, oh, stop. They're gonna be like, oh, as long as he doesn't get the bomb to the crater. Like, okay, I think the way that this needs to shake out is that, like Ninja said, Salem needs to come back tomorrow, and then win. Like, she needs to actually get the creation relic, and Atlas actually needs to fall.
Well, remember, Volume 8 takes place over the course of, like, 48 hours, allegedly. So, I mean, like, that might be true.
Yeah. Like, I think that actually needs... I think that actually needs to happen. I think, like, Ironwood needs to be the guy who was right. And, you know, Team RWBY needs to be, like, the people that got everyone in Mantle killed.
Well, the people who got...
That's not good.
Yeah, okay, yes and no. Obviously that's not going to happen.
No way. Mm-hmm.
There's no way that they're going to do that, because RWBY are the good guys. God, I wish.
There's an easy way to get the bomb down there. You just take over the delivery chute area in Atlas and just send it down the chute.
Ass
I've
first.
always said what I wanted to happen this season, which obviously it doesn't really matter because it's not what I'm going to get, but I might as well describe it again anyway, is that Salem pretty much outplayed RWBY. And, like, yeah, you trying to get all the people out has cost you getting this creation relic. And Ironwood's last move in this chess game that they're playing is literally just to drop all of Mantle onto Salem. And that would have been the big boom that took her out for, like, a week or something.
Although, I just realized, if he sends a bomb down into the crater, The crater's a dust mine.
Yeah,
That's a
chain
big
reaction,
boom.
right?
Yeah, that might actually be his ultimate plan. That it might actually like he might be using this
that would
as like
make
a
more
weird
sense.
cover,
Like,
blow up
If
the
you think-
crater.
I mean, if you remember episode 5, detonating the dust in that mine launched Amity into the
Exactly.
solar system.
And that's what I'm thinking
So-
is that like, what if what's going to happen is that Penny is going to surrender herself. She gets there and he's going to be like, well, sorry, but this was actually the plan the whole time. We're going to go full villain on him with him being like, no, my actual plan was to blow up the crater and get us into the stratosphere. We just need you up here as well. I'm not actually going to spare them. I see that happening.
also, where's Maria and Pietro, man? Like, they just, they're at IHOP
They're
somewhere?
circling the globe.
they're still on Amity. It's fine. You know, they have food.
Okay. Actually, we just covered like all of this. A girl named Bree basically asked the question of like, basically why is Ironwood doing what he's doing? Like why is he talking about deciding to blow up civilians and gain trust? Why is he not taking this time to get past Ruby's? Again, we don't know how long Salem is going to be out and that kind of thing. Like, this is a long question, but it basically boils down to what the hell is Ironwood thinking? And we try to cover that. And we don't know.
Yeah.
The logic
Yeah.
doesn't stem up quite yet.
It depends. It all depends.
It depends on how fast she comes back, and what is Ironwood thinking? He is looking at the assets he has left. Like, he's in that part of chess where you only have 5 moves that you can do, and he's trying to get the most out of them. He's got a bomb, he's got a team of people who are loyal to him, he has like half an army, I suppose, and he has one giant boon that he knows the enemy's weakness. They'll do exactly what he wants if it means not, or at least he can bait them into coming to him rather than having to chase them down. That's what he's thinking, I guess.
There was a part, by the way, guys. There was a part where they're all like, after what's her face? Not one of the Aesops, the tall one. Vine puts his hand on her shoulder, like not saying anything, and she shoves him like, get off me.
Because
like
remember,
that.
they're not friends, but
Is
they
that
cared
what-
about
Is
Clover.
that what that was?
I think
Okay,
that was.
making sure.
I think that
okay.
was.
Soldiers.
That was so weird. Like you have Harriet getting so pissed after like, oh, Crow and
Yeah.
Robin are gone, and they're the ones that killed Clover. Let's ignore the fact that Tyrion was there and could have easily been the one to do it, but whatever. You know, the one
they
that
even
didn't
know?
willingly surrender himself to the police.
One
Yeah.
sec, do they even know that Robin and that Crow was the one to kill Clover?
It was his sword, and also he wasn't.
Yeah.
It was Tyrion.
It was Tyrion, yeah.
Like
Okay, but yeah, sorry. Obviously,
Crow was
the
contributor.
details of that situation.
Yeah.
He was contributing. Not that Tyrion could have just taken his sword and stabbed him. That couldn't possibly have happened.
Yeah. Not all
I
that.
would never believe that.
Not all that evil asks. Question: why is Ironwood still set on leaving after just winning so hard and proving the Atlas military can stand up to whatever Salem throws at them even while exhausted? Because it's going to come
What?
back and their materials are depleted. Like, they barely, like, as far as we know, they barely survived.
Yeah, and that was on a MacGuffin that Ozpin just pulled out of his butt. Literally,
Mhm.
it was up there.
Was
Yeah.
it? All right.
That's
Yeah, it's
where-
Kane.
Was it?
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, that's where he keeps it.
Blade Charge asks, on a scale of 1 to 10, all things considered, how good of a general is Ironwood? He's a 1. The man said, hey, let's make trenches for an enemy without ranged weapons. Where's the logic in that? You need walls! Get some boiling oil out here!
Maybe that wasn't him. Maybe that was just some random guy whose semblance was digging trenches super fast. And he's like,
You guys
I
want
want to
trenches?
feel useful.
You guys want trenches?
Maybe
I'll make
the
trenches.
trenches
No,
were
Phil, we don't
already
need
there.
trenches. I'm gonna make
We don't need
trenches.
trenches. I'm gonna make trenches.
The dedicated flashlight man, I love how the V is capitalized, asks, what is your guys' opinion on Watts' speech towards Cinder about her rash and lustful nature for her ambitions?
Lustful?
Lustful?
Like lustful towards her ambitions.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Highlight of the episode for sure.
Well, did it serve purpose for Cinder to realize she's nothing but a crybaby and that wants nothing but power? Yeah, I think it did. I think it was the verbal slap to the face she needed.
She sat down and like started pouting. So yeah.
God,
She
if they
literally
actually
cried.
do manage to do what they did with Shigaraki and like make this whiny thing an actual threat, that'd be great.
That'd be nice. Very nice. Yang asks, does Yang not kissing Blake confirm the writers will continue to ship tease Bumblebee and Black Sun? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, just
How
Bumblebee.
do people not know that they are together already? Honestly, okay, like that was more intimate than any hug or an actual kiss. Like holding her face like that and putting her faces together.
It's purely
That's pretty intimate.
platonic. There are no lesbians in my RWBY. It's purely platonic. You don't do that to your sister.
Platonic Bumblebee. They
Until I catch them double fisting each other, they are not lesbians.
When was
I
the last
disagree.
kiss we saw in this show?
was it?
Nora.
Was there a kiss?
Nora.
Has there ever been a kiss?
Yeah, Nora. Right.
Nora,
yeah.
right. So they can do kissing. I don't know why they're avoiding it.
They know what they know what fucking like. Okay,
How
they
did
know
they-
that all of
how-
the Bumblebee shippers will continue to watch RWBY no matter what. They know that all the homophobes will drop RWBY the second they confirm a lesbian. Like, yeah, they know what side their bread is buttered on.
Do they? I love how you just say that, Natron. No, just
They
it's
already
just-
had 2 confirmed lesbians.
There's a trans woman right there. I mean, you're correct. You're absolutely
Hey,
correct. Like, they're
those two
idiots.
married women with a children could have been platonic.
Okay, all right.
You see, they're actually
cousins.
both
They're
sisters,
cousins.
and they just adopted that child.
For tax reasons.
But in
tax
all
reasons.
seriousness, can I please get somebody in the comments that like maybe understands or maybe agrees, hopefully agrees that the way she touched her face and the way they got together that close and how Blake had her one hand on her waist, not like a hug or anything, but like on her fucking, like.
No, I get that. I get that.
That's
The
nice.
problem,
Yeah, like a kiss like a makeout is not
Okay.
the peak of intimacy.
I think I might be misunderstanding this. What we're going for this point in question here. Like, I'm actually absolutely for what they're doing with Blake and Yang.
Mhm.
Like, I don't need my lesbians to, the moment they see each other, they have to like shove their
Right?
tongues down each other's
Exactly.
throats.
Like it's just natural. It's just okay.
it's just like for some reason they're tiptoeing around confirming it, and I get that, like, oh yeah, that was intimate, but like you can be intimate with a friend as well. Like that's,
Raymond, what would you would need the kiss to seal the deal, basically, right?
yeah,
You as
Because
a-
you know it does
personally.
go to that meme of they need to be double fisting each other before I can confirm 100%.
I don't
Like
know
if that's
because
what is enough evidence for you?
Yeah,
well,
like
the
the
problem
straight
is
up
the
69.
problem is that this relationship is so bizarrely built to begin with that it's like I don't believe it. I will not believe that these two have a genuine emotional connection until it like they actually are kissing at this rate because it wasn't built in the previous volumes. Like it's,
So we have two distinct categories here. We have Raymond lesbians and we have Raymond straight girls.
Yeah. Oh my god, you're so right. You're so right, Raymond. Okay, in Raymond's lesbian category, we have Weiss and RWBY.
no, it's because we have Raymond poorly written characters. That's what we have.
In Raymond's lesbian category, we have Weiss and RWBY, and in Raymond's straight girl category, we
actually have a
Blake and
dynamic.
Yang.
Ruby and Weiss's dynamic has maintained itself through the entire show. It's one of the few things that survive.
Gosh.
I would believe them. If Ruby and Weiss just started making out on the spot, I'd be like, well, that's kind of sudden, but I can believe
That's
it.
Gosh.
Oh. Meanwhile, here's the thing. Even if Blake and Yang started making out this very second, I'd be like, I don't know. Like
It's only gay if the balls touch.
it's only gay.
Yeah.
Women can't be gay.
Oh my god.
Unless they're both trans. That's the only way.
Oh god. All right.
That sounds like straight with extra steps.
It's how the math works.
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that.
Rick Starts asks, do you think they're leaning towards Cinder being redeemed after this episode? Okay, define...
I thought they were leaning towards
Define
that
redeemed,
before
yeah,
this
exactly.
episode.
Cinder being redeemed?
Redeemed as a character?
Well,
Yes.
no.
Redeemed as a person? No.
Redeemed? No, redeemed as a villain. Yes.
I guess that's the same as redeemed as a character.
Elysian Empire asks, do you think have Neo used... Wait, did you already ask one, Elysian? No, I was wrong. Okay. I've been looking at the whole list.
Do I
watching.
think? No. Next question.
Do you think have Neo use the lamp as a bargaining chip on Cinder as a good idea, taking it for herself? So I honestly think that they portrayed Ironwood as going off the deep end due to stress. Yeah, we get why he's going off the deep end. We don't agree with it, necessarily. But no, do you think that using the lamp as a bargaining chip is a good idea?
I do not care.
I don't care.
I think it's her. I think she has no interest in asking anything. I personally.
Like, I'll never understand why they didn't why they didn't waste the question. Why they didn't and like by
maybe
like,
she already has.
What is because like okay the one thing they know is that Salem wants the password, so at the very least they could do is be like, well, at least I can do is set you back 100 years, and all it would take is saying, hey Jen, what's 2 + 2?
Yeah, hey Jen, where's Roman? Or is Roman alive?
I just want Neo to type like Jin's name wrong. It's like types
with a D.
or like type it like GIN. Like
Also, if 100 years are up, or if the 3 questions are asked, and then you say the password, does she come out, or does she go like, the number you have reached, like,
It's not in service. I'll bet there's like an effect, like the blue glow stops, like it turns into like a regular like ball.
I think it would be really cool if this is how it plays out. She does ask a question, so she's used the thing. And then she obviously doesn't want to give it back to Cinder before stabbing Ruby in the chest cavity. And then it turns out that Neo, despite everything, doesn't want to destroy the entire planet with Team Salem. So she's like, I'm going to set you back 100 years, and I've already asked the last question, so blah. I want Neo to come out on top of this situation, if that makes sense.
Same.
The only one.
Neo is a natural top. We all agree on this. Floof asks, or she's more of a power bottom, but that's another story for a different day.
She's a lesbian, but Yang and Blake are straight.
You get the lesbian category.
Floof asks, how do you guys feel about Watts reciting what Fatman said in his Volume 5 review, almost word for word towards Cinder interactions?
Thanks for listening, guys. Thank you.
Yes. This isn't the first time they've like cited one of my videos. They did it in Volume 7 when Penny was like, are you gonna tell me what your plan is?
Could you imagine, like, we're doing the reaction and Fat Man hasn't been able to say anything due to contract reasons, but then Watts starts speaking and it is just FatmanFalling's voice. Like, for 1 episode only, and then it goes back to normal.
Skywriter Arts asks, will one of you guys edit the opening scene with Call of Duty's tactical nuke incoming alert to go for Independence Day with the dog, just escaping the explosion? I might go for
maybe
both.
If this was
I might
my
go for
week.
both. I need to make note of that.
Editor, please keep in my big dick energy joke. That's the best joke I've made in 10 years. Thank you.
One on top of Titania asks, after what Oscar and the rest of Team Orange have done this season, does Team RWBY still feel like the main protagonists in this story? If not, what would happen?
Lol, no.
They haven't felt like the main protagonist in like 3 volumes.
Like,
I feel
I guess
because
you're right.
they haven't had to struggle that much, all things considered. It's been stressful, but like they haven't lost anything.
Yeah.
Like, has Team RWBY actually like taken any, not consequences, but defeats this volume?
Yang got yelled at by Ren. That's a
I
consequence.
guess Ren was in the wrong because they were right all along, right?
That
like
rhymes.
this volume, yeah, that's a good question. Has there been a position? I think like everybody in Team RWBY got dressed down at some point because May was yelling at Weiss and Ruby for, not going to save Mantle, and Ren was yelling at Yang and Jean, and Watts was yelling at Cinder, and because she's like famously a part of Team RWBY.
Zeppelin asks, I just watched the episode and I had one thought after Ironwood threatened to nuke Mantle. Mantle and Atlas are about the same size, right? So detonating a bomb the size of a whale...
That's the whale thing.
The whale...
Yeah, I was asking that.
Would have killed all of Atlas, which seems kind of counterproductive. So my question is, do you think Ironwood is lying about how powerful the bomb is, or is he just dumb enough to try to Nagasaki himself? No, I think he's banking on the dust beneath Mantle.
I hope, for the love of God, it is a case of, oh yeah, obviously I wasn't going to blow up the people I rule. Duh. It was a bluff, because I know you suckers would fall for it. You have no choice in that situation. He's forcing their hand. They either don't chase him and call his bluff that he's going to nuke it, which he seems unstable enough to do, or...
Yeah, if this is a bluff, that might actually build Ironwood better. Although...
Yeah, because it would build him as someone who can read people and understand their weaknesses as a strategist.
But bluffing, does that require him literally shooting the airships out of the air? I guess it does.
Yeah,
it does.
It shows he's serious.
Yeah.
So,
and also, he just like fucking hates Jacques and wants to blow up more of his property.
Okay, I forgot about that. That line made me feel so much pain. Wait, not Jacques. What was it? Watts betrayed us? Or is that what he said?
Right? Yeah, he's like, he either did this or he betrayed us. I'm like, hello?
Yeah, he's incompetent or he betrayed us. It's like,
I was
come
in so
on,
much
guys.
shock that we had to wait for Ninja to say what I was thinking. Like, I was done. I was like, what?
Did he say that Watts betrayed us or Jacques betrayed us? I think it was Watts, right?
Watts.
Yeah, Watts.
What did you think was going to...
right?
What?
My best buddy Watts betrayed us.
My loyal friend and ally Watts.
He was either incompetent or he betrayed us. That was the lines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's pretty redonkulous, if you ask me.
Make it make sense.
Yeah. Like, is that there to, like, paint him as going, like, significantly over the edge, that he actually thought that Watts was
going to behave
side?
And do what he wanted to do? Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
I don't know, but when he said, I have to make a call, they cut right to Watts, right? But his phone didn't ring. Who did he call?
Ghostbusters.
As it came out of my mouth, I knew you guys would. Oh my god! But for realsies, like, who did he call?
Who did he call? Gosh, who would he call?
Oh wait, did he just call to like order to shoot the ships? Probably. Yeah.
No,
that
he might
happened
have.
right after. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think they would have put that
was...
much emphasis on it.
Because I was like, maybe they're still besties, him and Watts, but no, I think it was the ships.
Who would he call?
Looney Goon asks, so when their phones went off for Ironwood's message, Blake covered her cat ears instead of the human ones. Does that mean the human ones are only for show? Yes. They're actually removable. You can pop them off. Typing Loud asks, do you think Salem becoming an active threat this volume was unnecessary? Instead of the three-way battle of RWBY, Ironwood, Salem, should this volume be centered on just RWBY v Ironwood and left Salem to volume 9?
No. I think you needed the hurricane that is Salem.
Yeah, we needed, if anything, I needed Salem earlier.
The conflict between RWBY and Ironwood has literally been a case of how do we deal with this problem the most effective way we can. RWBY has been like, okay, well, we need to prioritize the people, and Ironwood is like, no, we need to prioritize a long-term solution.
Perry Doritos asks, where are the sulfurfish and flying gorilla Grim? Dead.
Dead?
Disintegrated.
Same with Ironwood's forces, because I didn't see a single soldier out there afterwards.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Only main characters survived that plot bomb.
A tiny little plot bomb.
Well, speaking of like surviving, not a scratch on Robin, guys. Like how does an entire ceiling fall on her?
Yeah,
and she just gets picked up. Oh my god.
Plot armor.
Oh yeah,
her hair is
forgot
perfect.
about freaking Crow's like little hug.
Hug?
He just walked up behind a guy, put his arm around him for like 1 second, and then like
Yeah.
just
Oh,
kind of
what?
pushed
Did he
him
snap his
away.
neck or something? I thought he was like choking him or snapping his neck.
Well, I thought it was choke, but like that. First of all, that was a choke hold that he did.
Oh, okay.
The
All right.
animation didn't look that convincing when he was doing like the surprise attack.
Let's see.
Yeah. When was that? Was that after
It was,
Watson?
222.
Oh, it's right at the beginning.
Yeah. So yeah, Robin's completely unharmed. Then Crow comes up, hugs a guy. It looks like he does the motion for a chokehold, but I think it's implied that he's trying to snap the guy's neck and then just gently pushes him away.
222.
That was so
222.
fast.
222
No,
to
see,
226.
remember when they got all that shit for that like Oscar like rounding the corner and like running like 100 yards before punching Neo in the face?
This is it. This is the same problem.
They had a longer like animation where he actually choked him out, but then everybody would have been like, why didn't that other guard turn around and shoot at him? So they just like shortened the animation. Guarantee.
GQ Smith asks, why didn't Osmond use the cane against Cinder in V3 to obliterate her?
You guys said a good enough reason. He was saving it.
Saving it. I mean, like that's
Okay.
literally like a nuclear explosion in a can. Like that is not something you just want to waste, especially when you're under.
It's pronounced
a school.
cane, not can. I'm sorry.
Funny.
Never mind.
Very nice. Okay, but like logically speaking, if he doesn't use the big bomb, Cinder kills him, and he has to spend an actual month to respawn in a new boy's body. Then Cinder has the cane, takes it to Salem, and is like, "Hey, we now have a bomb." Because I'm sure you probably know how to use this, or at the very least, keep it away so he can't use it again. Actually, did they ever explain how they got the cane out of Season 3?
Nope. Yeah,
How
just
did-
Crow found it.
Crow grabbed
I
it.
forget. Oh, Crow grabbed it? Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I guess that's pretty lucky that no one fought to take Osmond's cane from him. Because that's the only way that gambit would work, right? Like, I'll save it for later. What if you don't have it later?
That's a good question. I mean, I guess he's always found his cane after he died. So I mean.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, maybe I've just played too much D&D, where I'll save up my big spells for the end, and then I get killed because I didn't use the big spells in time.
I mean, when
It's the BFG.
When you steal bodies, I mean, what's the issue? Like, you just die, you get a new body, you're fine. I mean, sometimes you get a really good roll, like you get a bugbear, where like you get all your mental stats, and then you get all their physical stats, and you're just like, yeah, this is nice. And then, or sometimes you reincarnate as like a gnome, and you're just like, well, great. Anyway, final question. One day, Dr. Poppers asks, do you think Neo's motivation for stealing the relic makes any sense?
Yes. Leverage.
It's just leverage, and it's just we don't care about the Neo subplot. Like, I like Neo. I like her showing up. I wish Neo would just show up randomly, just like in the middle of scenes, just to mess with people, and then leave.
In the middle of better shows.
But like she's not like. I don't care about her plot. I care about like what she does, because that's it's weirdly more interesting than like the reason she's doing anything. I kind of like it. Maybe she's just doing it for like to troll everyone.
Yeah, not to make everybody take another shot, but like the plot beats aren't like character focused. Like the plot beats are character neutral. It's like they talk about it in the commentary where it's just like, oh yeah, you kept the plot beats right, but you've made the character dynamics work better, and it's like those yeah, they don't really write correctly. they don't go into it with like a story. They go in with like a sequence of events, and then they try to like retrofit a story around it.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's not like,
it sounds
that's
like
why everything
someone wrote
comes
up,
off
like,
feeling.
It sounds like someone wrote up a like a document of like things that happen for key events, and they're just going off of that, and they're trying to make it all connect.
Yeah, when it's like, you know, the first step of a story is like the characters doing stuff, and it's like stuff happens, and then like maybe there are characters that did those things. I'll think about that later. It's like I hate it.
So my last question for you guys is, what do you think purple means for purple leaves that Emerald was, showing?
We still don't know what horny color is.
Confirm. No, it's you see, the purple leaves confirms that she's a lesbian in Raymond's categorization.
It's horny.
I think she's having a craving for something deliciously grape.
Yeah, grape flavored. Yeah, no, that's just Ren's interpretation of his own semblance. It's just like, if I licked you, you would be grape flavored.
What do we think? Regret, maybe?
Like, ew.
It might be a regret. It's not a bad color for regret.
I would think it's like confusion, or like
No,
insecure.
We've seen confusion and like conflict. We've seen that, I think, with
throughout most of the writing of the show.
Yeah, wasn't conflict all of the emotions?
Yeah. When you were conflicted, you had all of it. Yeah.
And I don't think Emerald's really conflicted anymore. I think it's just more like, what do I do now? She's more lost than anything.
Yeah, what's my game plan?
Unsure. What's unsure? Is that same as conflicted?
I guess, I don't know.
Okay.
It all depends
definitions wise,
on what they on like, however they decide.
We'll wait for the next RWBY compendium, and then we'll wait for them to tell us in
all
that,
be wrong.
and then it'll all be wrong eventually.
We'll get it confirmed just in time.
What if purple is like, the color of racist? She's just looking at all these people.
The goddamn faunus in here.
Thinking racist thoughts. God, that'd be terrible.
Anyway, that's all we have for today. Thank you all so much for joining us. I hope you had a wonderful time. And please hit that like button, subscribe, ring that bell, and leave a comment down below. Share this video to all your friends. I know that's a lot to ask of you guys, but trust me, it takes you about 5 seconds, and it helps promote this channel even more.
Stay tuned to my channel and our Twitter too, because we let you know what's going on as far as like the streams or what videos we got coming up and all that. So yeah.
Yes. All those links are down below. Remember, subscribe to my channel for every even episode's reaction. Subscribe to Fatman's channel for every odd episode's reactions. And go subscribe to Dashie's channel for the post-reaction stream, where we basically talk about our refined thoughts on things.
Most of us aren't going to rewatch the episode, though, so we're going to have significantly less refined thoughts by the time we get to the stream. And who would want to miss that?
That's not true. You get to hear other people. You finally get to go on Twitter, not, for spoilers. You get to see people talking about it. We stew on it a little bit more.
Yeah. You get to argue with people on the internet, finally. It's great.
Sure.
Through Monday to Friday, and Saturday even, I forget that RWBY exists. It's a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, I totally forgot yesterday was Saturday, and I was just like fucking around on Twitter, and I did not see a single person talking about the episode.
Oh, you lucky bastard. I saw a couple of things. I was like, oh, did Ironwood die? No. The
only thing I saw, there was something on Twitter that was like, it was a meme where you got the past season villains like next to a noose, and they were looking at Ironwood like first time. It was like Adam and yeah.
All right, well, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll catch you all on the flip side.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh yeah.